Future perfect tense. The 12 verb tenses in the English language are the simple present, simple past, simple future, present perfect, past perfect, future perfect, present progressive, past progressive, future progressive, present perfect progressive, past perfect progressive, and future perfect progressive. This lesson will talk about future perfect. Future perfect refers to an action that will happen before another action in the future. The pattern in making a future perfect statement is subject plus will or be going to plus have plus verb in past participle. Try to look at this closely. Here's the present and the two future events. As you can see, there are two events in the future. But since future perfect is an action which will happen before another action in the future, then we refer to this one. Examples: by the time I'm 30 years old, I will have traveled to Europe. There are two future events in this sentence. Let's try to break them down. Here's the present and the two future events. The first one, I will travel to Europe. And the second one, by the time I'm 30 years old. But since we talk about an event that will happen before another event in the future, then we simply talk about this. This is our future perfect. That's why we resorted to the sentence, by the time I'm 30 years old, I will have traveled to Europe. We don't use future tense in time clauses. We use simple present instead. We don't say, by the time I will be 30 years old. We only say, by the time I'm 30 years old. Next example. His father will have come home before she graduates. The two future events are his father will have come home and she graduates. His father will have come home is our future perfect. That's why we resorted to the sentence, his father will have come home before she graduates. Another example. I am going to have finished this test before 10 a.m. The two future events are I am going to finish this test. The second one, at 10 a.m. I am going to finish this test is our future perfect. That's why we resorted to the sentence, I am going to have finished this test before 10 a.m. For the negative sentence, we simply follow the pattern subject plus will not or won't plus have plus verb in past participle. Examples: his father will have come home before she graduates. The negative sentence is his father will not have come home before she graduates. I'm going to finish this test before 10 a.m. I am not going to have finished this test before 10 a.m. For the question, we simply follow the pattern will plus subject plus have plus verb in past participle. Examples: his father will have come home before she graduates. Will his father have come home before she graduates? I'm going to have finished this test before 10 a.m. Am I going to have finished this test before 10 a.m.? For our exercise, make sentences in future perfect tense. The first one, I will go by then. The verb is go. The correct positive future perfect tense is I will have gone by then. The negative sentence is I won't have gone by then. And the question is, will I have gone by then? Gone is the past participle of the verb go. The second one, it will rain by the time we reach home. The verb is rain. The correct positive sentence is, it will have rained by the time we reach home. The negative sentence is, it will not have rained by the time we reach home. And the question is, will it have rained by the time we reach home? The third one, by the time she turns 18, she will get her own car. The verb is get. The correct positive statement is, by the time she turns 18, she will have gotten her own car. The negative sentence is, by the time she turns 18, she will not have gotten her own car. And the question is, by the time she turns 18, will she have gotten her own car? The next one, Tim will buy his own house before he gets married. The verb is buy. The correct positive statement is, Tim will have bought his own house before he gets married. The negative sentence is, Tim will not have bought his own house before he gets married. And the question is, will Tim have bought his own house before he gets married? Next, Andy is going to eat dinner by the time we arrive home. The verb is eat. The correct positive statement is, Andy is going to have eaten dinner by the time we arrive home. The negative sentence is, Andy is not going to have eaten dinner by the time we arrive home. And the question is Andy going to have eaten dinner by the time we arrive home? The last one, Miss Newton will close the library before we finish our homework. The verb is close. The correct positive statement is, Miss Newton will have closed the library before we finish our homework. The negative sentence is, Miss Newton will not have closed the library before we finish our homework. And the question is, will Miss Newton have closed the library before we finish our homework? Did you get it right?